Hello and welcome to School News.
Yeah, so we just had the Q3 Skool Games event over the weekend. Here's a few pics. So this guy's got a Fortnite community. Very cool. This girl has a mindset community. This guy has a skateboarding community that's pretty cool.
Look at Mosey's face.
Mosey looks pretty into it.
Mosey's having fun there.
Mitchy Brusco, he's got this community called Skate IQ. It's pretty cool. They teach you how to do ollies and kick flips and things like that. And I was chatting to him at lunch, and he is the first ever person to do a 1260 on a skateboard, and it's still currently the world record.
I don't think he's going to stop until he puts this thing down.
This could be it. Oh, a little low on the landing, but he's got it. Oh, my gosh! Mitch, he just lands the...
Pretty cool.
Crazy.
Still no one's beaten this. It's the only person to ever do a 1260.
That's insane.
And he's got a school community. Pretty cool. Then this guy...
Ooh, Nate Herc.
Nate Herc.
He's won 3 times in a row. He's going for the 4th.
He's potentially the best man in all of school.
He is a stellar individual.
And he's won 3 out of 3 so far. He might be winning 4 out of 4.
Yeah, I told him he should get a tent and just camp in the venue for how much he's there.
Then, you know, when we're taking all these photos, it's very important to have someone, you know, doing the polishing of the trophy so that we don't have fingerprints on it.
Oh, Mosey doesn't even look.
And that's Daniel Bissonette.
It's like a pit stop.
Yeah. And there was more photos, but I accidentally quit out of them. Well,
it was a fun event.
Yeah, good event where, you know, we all met up. Me and Hormozy talked a little bit. Hormozy talked about his community and how that's going. He talked about his plan for next year.
Yep.
Which is quite interesting. And then we just hung out, had some good food, got the awards, and yeah, it was a fun event. And you know, the Q4 Skool Games is happening right now. If you go to Schoolers and you click on Games, these are the current leaderboards, and the current competition ends
December 19th.
December 19th at 10 a.m. And so the top 5 in each category here will win a all expenses paid trip to LA.
Yep.
They'll get to hang out with Hormozy and attend this event. And yeah, we record the whole thing, and the recordings should be ready soon.
Yeah, we'll drop them. But for the people that are on the call, do you have any gems you can drop from what you and Hormozy talked about? Anything that stood out to you?
Probably just, I mean, Hormozy's plan for next year is pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to spoiler alert it before we release the actual thing. I think people found that quite interesting. What do you think?
Yeah, I liked when Hormozy was talking about his own school and the lessons he'd learned from it, because it was super real and relevant to everybody in the audience. Like, now he's actually doing it. He's got his school group, he's learning about it, and he's doing some interesting things that are not normal that are working really well.
Yeah.
Like when he launched it, because he was super busy during the launch, I helped set things up, and I remember seeing the first time he had a pinned post, and it was hyper aggressive. It was like, don't ask questions. And I was like, oh my goodness, these people are paying a lot of money and you're telling them don't ask questions? Like, ugh. But then I was like, I trust Hormozy, I'll just let it go. But then when people joined in the beginning, for the first couple of weeks, people were like, wait, am I not allowed to ask questions? His whole thing was just like, give value. And then it turned out to work really well because everyone was giving instead of asking. That the balance of the community was good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool to see him find his own style for doing it.
Yep.
Like, which is important. Everyone runs their community different, right? Yeah. So yeah, that was the Skool Games event. We'll drop the recording soon. Then a feature that is pretty important, actually. So less black space in live streams and recordings. So now when you go live on a call or a webinar, I'll do a webinar in this case. So you can see that, now the video is 16 by 9. It used to be a square, which was a bit of a problem. And it's huge. Like, there's very little black space here, which is, really good.
Yep.
And the same when I bring someone else up too, like if I allow video for Claire here, like even with 2 people, she's got to turn it on her side, it looks very good too. So there's very little black space, right? And then, if I go to share my screen too, there's very little black space as well. And so this is definitely an improvement. And not only is it in the live room, but it's in the recording too. And I'll show you what the recording looks like.
Ooh.
So here you can see that very little black space, 16 by 9. And even with 2 people, what you see is what you get. So what you see in the live room is what you see in the recording.
Yep.
And screen share is much bigger too.
Yeah, this is great. Before it was tiny. Like I did a call and I had to export it, put it into a video editor and make the video better and then export it all. It took ages. Now you can just do the call and upload the recording straight away.
Yeah. So I think, the live call feature is getting better and better. That was a big one.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's good. And that's for both like calls and webinars. Yeah. So then little roadmap update. Where are we at right now? So, recently we've shipped a lot of things, honestly.
Yeah.
Like native video was huge. Live streaming was huge. Webinars, tiers, and then analytics version 1.
Yep.
It's been back to back, like just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And so in progress, polish. Like we really want to just polish everything that we have just shipped. Because, if you just keep adding and you don't leave time to kind of like clean up a little bit, then things can get a little bit messy. And so, yeah, we just want to really clean things up, like things that aren't intuitive, little bugs, making things faster, or if something's a little bit confusing with how it works, like fix that too. So we want to do a lot of this.
Yep. Instead of just adding more, improve the things that are already there.
Yeah.
I've also heard you thinking like, I wonder if there's anything we can remove now that we've added a lot of stuff.
Yeah. For example, we shipped live streaming, but making the video bigger and making it bigger in both the live room and the recordings is huge.
Yes.
Because, that might be the thing you really need to use the thing. So it's like, you can ship the feature, which is great, but it's the small little details that all add up that really make something great. So we're going to do a lot of this for a while. And then, we've got Analytics V2, which is going to come out early next year. And that's attribution. So being able to see where your customers come from and your members. And yeah, so we've got that one's a big one.
That's going to be so good.
Big one coming up. You can also see how many members you get from the Skool network. But yeah, polish. And so then, what is polish? I mean, I said a little bit about it, but let's start with something like notifications, right? So it's a feature that already exists, but is it perfect? I don't think so. And so, we want to improve this. So, there's a few different things we can do here. Like one is in the settings, we can make it a lot easier to tune your notification settings. One thing we're doing is for likes, you can just one click turn it off for every group you're in.
Nice.
If you don't want those.
Yeah, because they can clog up notifications.
Yeah. And then to change the notifications for a specific group, you could just click on it. And then with one click here, you can tune this stuff. Like I could go off, never, never, boom.
Yep. And to be clear, this isn't out yet.
Yeah, we're working on this right now. And then you can see that I've changed it to custom. So I can see what things are default and what things are custom. So very quickly, I could come in and just go boom, change it round.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's one side of it. Another side of it might be like filters.
Ooh.
So, if you get a lot of notifications, and this is kind of a power user thing, right? But let's say you've got a lot of notifications, you could just filter by like membership requests, new posts, recordings.
Yep.
And then you could just mark these as read, not all.
So good.
So if you have a lot of like comment ones, you could just boom, sort all of those out. And quickly filter through these things.
Wait, are we going to have reports as one of these filters?
No, because instead what we're doing is, once you've got a bigger group, by the way, one of the most common ones you get as an admin or owner is so-and-so reported this content.
Yep.
But if you've got moderators, you as the owner don't necessarily need that one. And so Kirby was saying like, oh, should that be a filter? But instead, we're going to do it here so that reported content you could just turn off.
Got it.
Oh, it's not showing there. Yeah, off. That way you don't need a filter, right?
Cool.
Yeah. And as part of this too, we're making it easier to tune your notifications. We're going to send less of the noisy ones. And then by clearing some space, that allows us to add some new notifications that some people really want. For example, like a membership request, smaller groups want to get a notification when there's a membership request.
Yep.
Or if there's a new post, these are some smaller group requests, right?
Yeah.
So, really spending some time to tune notifications. And that, what I showed you here isn't the full extent of the project. Like we're going to do a lot here and it's just gradual, improve. Because notifications can be a lot better. Then, a small thing is, every now and then someone accidentally deletes their course.
And there's no way to get it back.
Yeah, which is definitely not a good experience. So now if you go to delete your course, we ask you to type in the name of the course so that you're really certain you're about to do it. And then, we also removed the option to delete the course from in here because we figured you're probably not going to want to do that in there.
Yep.
So that way, so basically what I'm saying is these aren't big new things, but they're actually huge for people that use the platform.
Yes.
They might actually be more impactful to your everyday experience on the platform.
Yes.
Another one is copy a course module to another course. Right now you can duplicate a course and you can copy a whole course to another group. But if you just want to move one module over to another course, you can't. So we're going to make it so you can do that. And it's basically just the little details that make the platform a joy to use. So we're going to spend I honestly imagine us doing polishing for 90 days. I just want to exhaust it.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Clear the slate, make sure everything's good, and then think about the new things we're going to add next year.
Yep. There's been a ton of new features that it's nice to let it sit and digest what's been shipped.
That too. Yeah, you don't know how you can improve a new feature until it's had some time to be adopted and used, right? Otherwise, you're changing it based on impulse reaction feedback, basically. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what we're going to be doing with the product. And we'll keep you in the loop as we go through this whole polish process. And if there's some things in Skool you think are confusing or unnecessary, too complicated, or if there's bugs too, let us know because we just want to binge on this basically for a while. And I think that will make the product a lot better.
100%.
Anything you want to add to this?
Just that, the way you're going about improving Skool, it can also be applied to everyone's own community with your own courses or your own calendar events or whatever. You can't just keep adding. Improve the things that already exist.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get like a bloated community that's confusing.
It's like seasons. Like you might add. Then there's a season of like
Cleaning.
Yeah. I always go through a phase of cleaning around spring too, which is interesting because it's like spring cleaning. And then, you know, you can go back into a season of adding. Yeah. So that's it for today's episode. Not a huge amount of things. We'll see you next week.